The burning money trick. Burn $1. It survives. Sounds impossible. That's the point. Here's the secret. A quick soak in alcohol and water. Light it up, and blue flames roar. The paper should vanish, but it doesn't. Why? Thermodynamics in action. The heat first goes into the water. The paper stays below its ignition temperature. The flame only eats the alcohol vapor floating above. It's not magic. It's pure physics. In fact, this trick is used in classrooms to demonstrate heat transfer safely. And it looks spectacular. A tiny experiment, a massive visual shock, science that feels forbidden, but totally under control. The prison lighter. What if a tiny wire in a battery could burn almost anything in seconds? It sounds like a spy trick, and it is. This is the prison lighter, a small homemade device where electrical resistance does all the work. The thin wire heats up insanely fast. Touch paper, wood, or cloth. It ignites immediately. One wrong move, sparks fly, burns happen, fire spreads. Why is it so deadly? The battery pushes current through a wire with high resistance. That resistance converts electricity into heat instantly. This hack was originally invented in prisons, where traditional fire-making tools were forbidden. Prisoners had to improvise, and accidentally they discovered physics in action. Tiny tool, massive destructive power. It's science, but you really shouldn't try this at home. Invisibility cloak. What if you could make something disappear? Not with magic, with light and refraction. Take a clear tank of water, a prism, or even some curved lenses. Place a small object behind it and watch it vanish. How? Physics. Light bends around the object. Your eyes never see it. The object is literally hidden in plain sight. It's the same principle scientists use in labs to test cloaking devices. Tiny gadgets, complex optics, but this works with a simple glass of water at home. Impossible trick, yet totally real. A tiny setup, massive, how do they do that moment? Lifting fingerprints. Want to see invisible fingerprints appear out of nowhere? It's not magic, it's chemistry. Dust, powder, or even household materials can reveal prints. Tap lightly with cocoa powder, chalk, or graphite. The oils on the skin, they stick. Suddenly the lines, loops, and whirls pop into view. Why does it work? Fingerprints leave natural oils and sweat. Powder clings to these residues, revealing patterns invisible to the naked eye. This is how detectives uncover evidence. Even at home, you can recreate the effects safely just to see science in action. Tiny trace, huge reveal. A simple hack that feels like forbidden spy work. See the invisible. What if you could see heat that your eyes normally can't? It's real, and it's called infrared vision. Everything gives off heat. Your hands, a cup of coffee, even a lit candle. With a simple infrared camera or thermal sensor, invisible energy becomes visible. Cold objects, blue. Hot objects, bright red, yellow, or white. Why does it work? Infrared light is beyond human vision. Sensors translate it into colors we can see. You're literally seeing energy. Scientists use it to find leaks in buildings, track animals at night, and even spot people hiding in the dark. At home, it's like holding a spy gadget in your hand. Invisible? Not anymore. Tiny sensor, huge wow factor. The unspillable mug. Ever spin your mug and not a drop spills? It sounds impossible, yet physics makes it happen. Inside, the liquid moves with the mug. Centripetal force keeps it pressed downward. Spin it fast, tilt it sideways. The coffee stays put. Why does it work? The force pushes liquid toward the center, not out. It's the same principle that keeps planets in orbit, but in your kitchen. Engineers use it to design cups for cars, kids, even airplanes. A simple twist and gravity seems to take a break. Ordinary mug, messy. Physics mug, mind-blowing. Instant beer cooler. Ever need a drink? Frozen fast? You don't need a freezer. Chemistry can do it. Take a simple ice salt mix. Drop your can in, watch the temperature plummet in minutes. Why? Salt lowers the freezing point of ice. Ice melts faster. That melting absorbs heat from the can, cooling your drink instantly. It's called an endothermic reaction. Energy moves from warm beer to ice mixture. Fast, efficient, magical. Perfect for parties, picnics, or a last-minute chill. Tiny chemical trick. Huge instant refresh. DIY night vision. You don't need military gear to see in the dark. Just a camera. And a tiny physics flaw you can exploit. Most cameras can actually see infrared light. Manufacturers hide this by adding an IR blocking filter. Remove that filter, and the camera suddenly sees a world your eyes can't. Pair it with a cheap IR LED flashlight. Your room stays pitch black to humans, but the camera shows everything in a silver glow outline. This is how remote controls talk to TVs. Invisible light your camera can catch feels like cheating the night. Homemade night vision from a sensor that was already capable. Shattering glass with sound. A voice can break glass, but not because it's loud, because it's perfectly tuned. Every glass has a natural frequency, a note it likes to vibrate with. Hit that exact note, and the vibration stack. Each wave pushes harder than the last. Soon the glass shakes more than it can handle. Tiny cracks form, then snap. Resonance wins. You can demo this at home with a safe setup. A thin wine glass, a tone generator, and a speaker aimed right at it. Turn up the tone slowly. When the frequency matches the glass, you'll see ripples in the water inside it. That's resonance warming up. Push it slightly harder, and the glass gives up. Perfect pitch, perfect timing, and the cleanest way sound becomes destruction. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.